It's important to close that divide because it's really about our children, and that's really my #1 concern, to address the issues with our kids. And you look at those poor communities, they don't have access to that. They don't have internet access. And there are so many educational programs that you can access, even communicating with your child's teacher via the internet. A lot of folks take that for granted. These communities don't have that in the rural communities and a lot of urban communities. And if we can change that, we're going to help our kids. And you lift those kids up, the rewards are immense. But it starts #1 with that, closing that divide. CETF has done a great job in helping close the divide, but they can only do so much. Government has to have their part and really help out on that to bring access to those rural areas and those suburban areas that don't have broadband access, and that's so important. We've got some great broadband right now and access, but there's still a missing link with that. And we know it ties into education. Those kids need that, and also the telemedicine part for our rural areas. So there's a big need out there, and the state's got to lead the way with that. It helps. And I think overall, it can reduce costs and reduce a lot of issues that we face right now if the state comes in and really does their job and helps fund it and makes the red tape, because right now, there's a lot of red tape to wind its way through. We've got to make that easier. #1, the state has to have more skin in the game. And the reason I say that, the state has not done enough to make sure we're inclusive. A lot of kids are missing out on that. They go to these poor neighborhoods. They don't have broadband. They don't have cable access or internet access. We've got to change that. We know if a child is not reading at grade level in 3rd grade, they will probably not make it. There are so many programs out there for kids to access, educational programs, that can make a big difference. They're not in school all day. They're home a lot of the time, and they can work on those programs. Anything we can do to make our kids more intelligent is going to help them in the long run, and the way to do that is through the internet. Think about it. If you're a child and you don't have access to the internet, you're starting behind. A lot of kids come home that have the internet access, they can get on a computer and do that homework and look at resources, where someone that doesn't, they're at a distinct disadvantage. They don't have that. So it's really not fair, and every child should have the equal opportunity to be successful. And it starts at such an early age. They're on computers, they're on laptops right now, and iPads. And how do we change that? It's got to be fair. If it's fair at the beginning, in the long run, the public benefits from it, tenfold.